Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today we are continuing with the preparatory course or the bridge course for grade 11 as you wait for your grade 11 classes to start. In the previous video we looked at what is meant by life processes, cell, types of cell and 5 Kimden classification. All this you will be learning in detail in grade 11 for which I'll be preparing another set of videos, detailed videos. Today we are continuing with cell biology wherein you are going to learn what is meant by cell division. What exactly is meant by cell division and why does a cell have to divide? Okay, so first and foremost, any cell has a lifespan post which it dies out, and that cell death is called as apoptosis. All right, so before the cell dies, if this organism has to grow, the organism has to repair some part, or it has to reproduce, the cell has to split. How does it split? It splits into two usually, and that kind of division is called as mitotic division. It may not always be mitotic division. It may be something called as meiosis also. So what is the difference between mitosis and meiosis we'll be looking at today. Let us say a cell needs to just split into two. Meaning if you have one particular cell, it just has to make its own copy just like this. You can see here in this first diagram you have a cell. In that cell, you have 1, 2, 3, and 4 chromosomes. This cell with the 4 chromosome has to become two cells like so, both of them having 4 chromosomes. Okay, that kind of division is called as mitotic division. So what exactly is mitotic division? It is a type of cell division in which the parent cell, the first cell that we looked at, this one, becomes 2 in number, splits into 2 in number. Both of them will have the same number of chromosomes as the parent. So what exactly is meant by chromosome now? Chromosome is nothing but the genetic material which is inside the cell, which forms a particular structure like so just before division. So before division, how does a cell look like? Cell will look like this with the chromosome material just like that in a little uh, thread like structure. Okay, this thread like structure itself forms these kind of structures called as chromosomes just before division. All right, now coming back to the definition, what happens in mitosis and when is it done? Usually for growth and repair or replacement it is done. One parent splits into two. One parent cell, I'm sorry, we should never say one parent organism, it is a parent cell, right? So parent cell splits into two identical daughter cells or identical cells like 1 and 2. When I say identical, what is identical? The number of chromosomes of the parent and the two cells that are formed should be same. Now let's have a look at how it is happening. All right. First step, the chromatin network forms structures like this. These structures align itself in a line. This is called as metaphase. You can see in a particular line it lines up. From here, what happens? Equally, the chromosomes will split among the cells. All right, the cytoplasm starts splitting and you get two cells. The in-depth video I'll be making right now, you just need to know the chromatin network forms chromosome. All the chromosomes will line up and they will equally divide among the two. That's it. Nothing else happens. And that kind of division is called as mitotic division. Very simple one. And the phases, name of the phases, you can have a just look at it. Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. So you call it as PMAT. Okay. Next kind of division is called as meiotic division. What exactly is meiotic division? Here, from the parent to the daughter cells that are formed, there are some differences. First difference is that from the parent, in case of mitosis, you got two cells, correct? Here in meiosis, you will get four cells. What about the number of chromosomes? Number of chromosomes in the first cell, how many chromosomes we have? We have 1 and 2, 3 and 4, right? In the final product, how many chromosomes you have? In one cell, you have 1 and 2. Correct? So, 4 chromosomes became 2. We'll learn it. Give me a minute. So, in this case of meiotic division, the parent chromosome number becomes half in the daughter cells. How many daughter cells are formed? 4. So, we'll just have a quick recap of mitosis and meiosis difference. First is mitosis, the parent becomes identical to daughter cells, parent cell. Here in meiosis, the parent cell splits into 4, not at all identical. Instead, half the chromosome number will be there in the daughter cells. Right? Now, how is mitosis and meiosis different in case of the sequence that or the process or the event? Okay. So first, in case of mitosis, what happened? What mitosis? The chromosomes just lined up. All the 4 just lined up. They started moving towards both the poles equally and split. Right? That's all. How many chromosomes were there? 4 were there. 4 of them became double here. Double here. And then they just started moving towards both the ends. And in the end product or the daughter cells, you have the same number of chromosomes as the parent. But in case of meiosis, it's slightly different. Please have a look at what is happening here. You can see that even though it is shown as 1 chromosome over here, I am counting it as 2, isn't it? Why am I counting it as 2? Because there is one more here down. Why is that? Why 2 are stuck together? Because in case of meiotic division or meiosis, inside the cell, all the chromosomes will find its own pair. What is this pair? Pairs are homologous pairs. Every chromosome will have a similar looking chromosome inside the cell. How does it become, how did that come? Because one chromosome, that is this, let's say this one, would have come from the mother. Similar chromosome would have come from the father. This was once a baby, wasn't it? So when the baby was formed or the zygote was formed, how did it get all its chromosome? One it got from the ova, one from the sperm, isn't it? So both of the every chromosome will have a not identical, similar looking chromosome pair, and these are called as homologous pairs. All right. So like this, every chromosome will have its pair. Now in actual humans, how many chromosomes we have? We have 23 pairs. Correct? 23 from mother, ova, 23 from father. So total 46 are there. The 23 are in pairs, right? So all the chromosomes will find its friend or the homologue and pair up. Step number 1. Okay. After pairing up, they go and line up. In the previous case, what happened? They just went and lined up like haphazardly, right? They just lined up. Here it's not like that. They will line up along with its homologue. Okay. So both of them together line up. Once they line up, one more complexity is that homologous chromosome. So which is a homologous chromosome? This and this are a homologue. This and this are a homologue, right? They start exchanging genetic material between each other. Okay, second complexity. Once they start, once the exchange is over, what does meant by exchange? A little bit part from this chromosome would have been given to the other, its homologue, and vice versa. Okay, it can be a large amount of chromosome being exchanged. It can be little bit also. It can be none also. It depends on that particular cell division alone. That is how you have variety of progenies for every organism. Okay, we'll come to all that at a later point when we do detailed video. So right now, please understand step number 1, the chromosome paired up. Step number 2, they exchange their chromosome material little bit or more depending on the cell. After that, they started moving towards the poles. Okay, this blue one is going towards this side and the other blue one, its homologue, which already exchanged genetic material, move towards this pole. Once they are done, you can see that both of the all the chromosomes have moved towards both the poles. Once that is done, the cell division happens and you get two cells. Correct? Now, we started with 4 chromosomes. In each cell, how many chromosomes we have? We have 2. This is 1, this is 2. That's it. Okay? 2. 4 became 2 in the first part itself. Going forward, what happens? Each of this, let's say we'll call this daughter cell as A and this as B. We'll follow only the path of A. What happens to A? A just undergoes mitotic division again. So this part, phase number 2, is equivalent to mitosis. What happens here? They just go, line up, split, apart. That's it. Okay. So from 4, in the first phase itself, it became 2. From 2, does it become 1? No. Because mitosis is happening. In mitosis, if you start with 2 chromosomes, you'll end up with 2 chromosomes, right? And you got how many cells total? 1, 2, 3 and 4 by the end of meiosis. Any doubts in this, please put a message below. I will do a detailed video. Mitosis and meiosis are the easiest things to learn once you understand it. Definitely I will help you out. Okay, so see you in the next part of the bridge course. We'll start with plant physiology in the next one. Bye people.